It's not everyone's cup of tea to consume an entire podcast. That's why, welcome to The Ranveer Show's highlights channel, DRS Clips. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. Can you describe some of like your everyday changes that are happening? Because I know that when I started meditating, for example, I let go of a lot of the anger that I was holding on to, my childhood traumas, my grudges, my professional grudges, my overthinking from a professional standpoint, my self-doubt. All these things I let go of, and that was just simple meditation. That wasn't even YSS. That was pre-YSS. So I'm curious to know what happens in your daily life, in your daily mindset because of Kriya Yoga.
You've hit the nail on the head already. You've given the answer. More of the same happens.
Okay.
Calmness. I speak a lot about calmness. In my column, I write about calmness. Calmness comes. The same provocation which was making you upset now doesn't. It's not like you become weak. You are firm. So I often say in my emotional intelligence classes, I'll say, firmness is better than anger. Why keep reacting, angrily? So you become more calm. You become more successful because you've conquered the demons within, the overthinking you mentioned. Your mind is at peace. You realize what the game of life is about. It's that inner peace and calmness and happiness, and true happiness comes from these little things, from nature. You start noticing the birds. A Kriya Yogi will be more connected to nature.
100%.
You start seeing the bigger picture. Why is this person in my life right now? Why have you and I connected? There is a divine plan. So we don't become Dakyanusi or superstitious. We become spiritual. We become balanced. We become aware of ourselves. And these are great changes in yourself.
Just want to end this episode with highlighting 3 changes I've had in my own life pre-Kriya Yoga. The first is all the stuff I mentioned, but more specifically, I have a past where I consumed drugs. I did all sorts of wrong things. One thing I will highlight is at this stage where I'm like completely clean of everything. I eat sattvic food, etc., etc. Genuinely, I cannot articulate this in a better way, but your whole life feels like a sort of high, for lack of a better word. When you look at trees, you notice way more than you noticed all your life. You notice almost more colors than you did earlier. The second thing I'd like to highlight is I think a lot of people fear meditation and spirituality because they think that they'll become monks and let go of their desires. That's also not true. To give you a picture of what changes kind of happen, okay, I'd say that everyone has this sort of self-image of themselves. They look at themselves through maybe the eyes of a metaphor. For me, it's always been a warrior. And early on in my career, in my college life, I'd always perceive, have you heard of John Rambo? Rambo, the movie with Sylvester Stallone? I'd perceive a warrior like that, screaming and taking a machine gun and just shooting everyone. And that metaphor kind of entered into my daily life as well. I still look at myself as a warrior. But right now, I think the perception has changed into like a quiet samurai with a sword, which is kept in its sheath, praying, meditating. The sword will also come out when there's the need of that sword to do your job, to go and maybe kill off evil in the world. But at most times, it's a quiet like samurai. And that's what people need to understand, that this path just makes you a better form of what you always want to be. And the third thing is that I started meditating when I was 22 and I still feel like that was late. I just wish I'd started earlier. Because you only see the power of meditation when you do it regularly. You see it compounding one day. And that compounding is greater than anything you've ever experienced in your life.